The gods, although powerful, are still bound by the laws that guide reality. Their realms encompass much, but not all. Their strengths anchored by weaknesses. Even the gods are faced with moments of hopelessness, where they push against the confounds of their limits, needing just an inch more than they are allowed. Such a thing has happened before. A god protective of their followers to a fault, begging for a merciful gift and taking by force what they understand needs to be done no matter the cost. Long, long ago, in ages beyond record, the nations were at war, and so too were their gods. The power between gods was uneven and scattered, as a few held claim over most of the domains and planes. One god, the god of stars, kept a small number of shrines in what is now Sirishai. Their people were blessed by delicate starlight, and their followers few but dedicated. A young princess of the nation was one such follower, praying for dreams of sparkling diamond stars, and wanting nothing more than to protect their people. The god, though, held little sway over things that were not starlight. While they gave the princess what they could, the strength of hope was all that they had to offer. As the war grew more terrible, it fell upon the princess's doorstep. Their capital was under siege, their home attacked, their family was killed before their eyes. The terrified princess fled to the only place that they knew to feel safe, the shrine of the god of stars. The princess almost made it. Attackers were quick and merciless, and they were struck fatally, their blood pouring out on the steps of the shrine. The god comforted their final moments, letting them know that the stars waited for them, that the twinkling lights above them would guide them home, a lie to offer comfort. As the last breaths of life left the princess, the god vowed to fix what had been done, to make the lie into a truth. With nowhere else to turn, the god of stars faced down the keeper of life and death, the guardian of the one domain that could undo what had been done. They begged, pleaded, bargained, but ultimately they were denied. It would upset the balance, they were told. Mortals lived fleeting lives, and one such against the many who have fallen was surely a drop in the ocean. Go back to your stars, they were told, or you may lose that too. Defeated and enraged, the god went back to their bloodied shrine, to the stars that felt dim and subdued, but they would not accept this. Why should such a powerful god, one who holds the domain most important to mortal life, be without sympathy? The god of stars vowed to change this. Keeping quiet, using their followers and connections, the god of stars gathered the opals from the remnants of the 4 war-torn nations. Bringing the 4 together, they summoned the fates and used the wishes to make their own reality. History was rewritten, the gods were moved, and the domains were divided evenly. The fiery Reverie was allowed to watch with a spark of troublesome fun over Sirishai. The fair and kind Alani was blessed with the keeping of Reapel's crystal snows. Stoic and strong, Baram was given the nation of Kasun to watch over. Mischievous and cunning Olevi was left with Zal, well suited to keep it on its toes. The other gods, Vila and her kindness, Singapura and her bloodthirsty nature, were granted power far from each other to do as they wished. This left only 2. Cruel by-the-book Fionn was left to languish under the ice that so encased her heart and kept mercy from entering her soul. And Deferier themselves, the god of stars, to keep life and death in their hands where kindness and mercy could be granted. But this also meant that there was one other place left empty. Dreams. Poison and plants and danger, a touch of evil to the neutrality and darkness, but the hope of dreams. This space sat unoccupied with the old god, long abandoned and gone. Etheria now held space for life and death to bring back the princess who dreamed of stars. The princess was not evil, but they suited dreams. What should it matter if they're not evil when such things are subjective? Thus, Nephrite was born. The fallen Princess Sam of what is now Sirishai had risen to take their place among the other gods. This process, Etheria was told, would give them life that could not so easily be snuffed out, but it would cost them their memories of mortality. And so, Etheria used their last wish to give the princess one memory. The stars that they loved so much, the magic to bring them down into their hearts, the hope that their dreams held when blessed by starlight. They would remember nothing else of their life, but Ephraim knew that they would still have the same heart, and though they would not know it, they would still feel the safety and comfort once brought to them by the God of Stars.